Nukem 3D was released in 1996 by 3D Realms. It's been re-released countless times on almost every console you can imagine. And this most recent release, which was Duke Nukem World Tour, which is the only new good version you can get to run with modern operating systems, as for some reason the Megaton edition has been taken off of all stores online and anywhere else. So you'd be lucky if you actually had it, which I do, but I've also got the World Tour edition, which has featured lighting effects and true 3D graphics, which it actually puts the game in 3D and not just an optical illusion, making it seem 3D. The episodes in Duke Nukem 3D, well, currently there's 5, the 5th episode being an exclusive to the World Tour edition, and the 4th episode just being part of re-releases ever since the game first came out. And the first 3, which are probably the best few missions, just come with the standard game before it was re-released countless times as usual. But also, the game was quite revolutionary for the time, even if the graphics were slightly dated compared to games like Quake. But the most groundbreaking thing probably is the destructible environments. You can blow walls up, play snooker and break glass ornaments, and it was just quite interactable. And also the character of Duke Nukem was quite interesting, seeing as well half the characters in FPS games didn't actually speak, like the Doom guy, so I suppose that's quite notable. But the weapons are actually pretty standard and don't actually amaze me that much. Half of them are just absolutely useless as well, so I don't see the point in the shrink ray or the expander or the freeze ray all that much, because they're just kind of wastes of space which could have been used to make far more interesting weapons. And honestly, the story isn't all that incredible either. You can sum it up in at least one sentence: aliens invade, take women, Duke go save. End of story, really. It's not rocket science, but it doesn't have to be. The story doesn't really need to exist anyway. You can basically figure out what you're doing. You're fighting aliens, but I don't know, it's quite interesting. But by far the worst thing to come out of Duke Nukem 3D is the sequel. It took 15 years to make after this. They had quite a lot of build-up. That game was the infamous Duke Nukem Forever, which was finally released in 2011. So that'll be what I'm reviewing next, so stick around for that. Also, just to finish off this review, I'd like to thank Bontic for making the intro for me. It's wonderful, and I'll be using that probably till the end of this year, which I'll get a 2018 edition of it. New intro every year. I'll try and make that a thing, even though half the time I promise something it never actually happens.